Welcome to the show. It's Jeff.
Let's talk about robots. So Boston Dynamics came out with a new robot this week.
They sure did. It was scary.
What is Boston Dynamics?
Boston Dynamics is a company that does robots. They make robots. So I don't know if you've ever seen a video of this like running robot that's kind of scary. It's a four-legged running robot.
I've seen iRobot.
A bit scary.
The one that looks
Similar.
like a sheep, and the guy kicks it, and it just like keeps balance.
I don't
So
know.
seen that one?
they're a great company that basically is trying to go for like the future of robotics. I don't think they're really interested in making money. So they basically like get funding from very specific people like DARPA.
That is the best kind of company.
Yeah, I think the guy just likes making robots.
Well, they're owned by
That's why.
Google, aren't they?
They are, but they had to like move it to their X division because I don't think it was a
Ooh,
profitable
the
company.
X division.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
Is that where the X-Men are? Or is that where the
I don't know.
X?
This is a few years
Well,
ago.
if they have
when,
X-Men, I'm sure that's probably where they put
they
them.
put them next to
I want to know what else is in the X.
I'm saying hello.
Yeah.
Who are you saying hello to?
Hello, Governor. Okay.
What?
Well, hello there.
Okay.
Anyway, this one's awesome. So they've done four-legged ones. They've done one called Atlas, which is a two-legged robot. They're actually really good. They can actually walk pretty far and like handle a lot of obstacles. So we're like, when you watch their videos, they're really funny as well. You should watch their videos because they do like demo videos, but they're really stupid about them sometimes.
Are these like humanoid robots?
Some of them look more like animals, so
But
they're like
they-
four-legged.
Because all of their joints always go like...
They bend the other way. The knees bend the wrong way.
They don't try and fully go for like this is how a human works. Because a human walks with like 100 different muscles,
Yeah, I got
and it's
bad
really
knees.
hard to balance them. So they try and simplify everything. So like, what's the simplest way to balance something walking bipedally? So like, they'll have counterweights and stuff, and then just like
Two
computers.
legs.
I saw
yeah.
this one jumping.
Yes.
It was running, and then it jumped on a table.
Yes. So this one has two wheels and two legs,
Kangaroo bot.
and it basically skates
Kangaroos
around.
don't have wheels.
Mate,
Kangaroos wearing roller skates. That's
You
what
make
it
this
is.
really hard, Chris.
what do you know?
You know what? That is a good description of this robot.
What, a
A
kangaroo?
kangaroo wearing rollerblades.
Well, yeah, well, its legs work as well.
Or a
So
human
basically,
wearing
if it
robots.
comes up to an obstacle it can't get over with wheels,
can jump.
it can jump, or like you can't always jump.
Oh, it
'cause
can
you
like
need
get
running
rid of the
start.
wheels and
It
just start
can
walking.
use its like legs, so it'll do like a four-legged type thing. It's called Handle, but it's pretty nightmarish as well.
It's really fast.
It's got like these arms. It's really fast. The way its body is quite off-putting because it looks like it's a backwards-facing human.
They don't
like,
have
on
skin?
wheels.
No, they don't have
No,
skin.
they're just
They're
basically
robots.
a frame.
They're clearly robots.
Yeah, they're
they're
definitely
afraid.
robots.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not people.
But it's still... He described it himself, and this was the headline and all like the papers and stuff. It was a nightmare-inducing robot.
Who said that?
He called it that. The CEO.
the guy who made it.
Our latest nightmare-inducing robot. Because all of their robots look pretty freaky when you like see them doing
It's
their
marketing.
thing. Yeah,
Good call.
it's awesome. Well, I don't think he cares about like he literally doesn't care about marketing.
He just loves robots.
But this thing is friggin' scary because it actually, if you like, as it is, if you put a gun on it, it would kill everyone.
Yep.
Or a knife.
Literally, you watch it and you're just like, this thing is like ready to go.
What if it was fighting kangaroos?
Depends
It
if
would
they
still
were
kill them.
rollerblades.
It would kill all of the kangaroos.
I have a counter argument
Right.
of
Like a
Oh, wait, what if you
counterweight.
sprayed it with...
Chris and I, or Chris and me, let's not get into that argument.
It's I.
Let's talk about... I watched a video that wasn't from Boston Dynamics, but it was of Atlas, I think it was. Was it Atlas?
The walking one? The-
No, it was...
The doggy
real
one?
It was actually a real dog versus the robot dog.
Oh,
And
right.
it was very interesting seeing
Yeah.
them interact. But it's actually a guy with a remote control. I was under the impression it was an AI thing.
Artificial intelligence doesn't exist
What's
yet.
actually is way more super interesting than that, and awesome, is that he was controlling it with an Xbox controller.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Chris was
I
like, "That's an
thought
Xbox
they were.
controller." I'm like, "It is an Xbox controller."
You could combine what they have, though, with the cameras and the technology to make it do its own thing.
Don't they use Xbox controllers when they're bombing people with their drones? I think they do.
That sounds like you just made that up.
Gaming controllers are pretty well optimized to be used.
Very ergonomic.
Yeah.
They're very
Especially
ergonomic
Xbox.
and
Yeah.
PC
all the
stuff.
buttons are accessible. If you look at like a drone, proper like drone, like remote controls, like RC plane remote controls, they're really complicated. They don't fit in your hand. But I don't know. I guess people like them that way. But yeah, I'd prefer a PS4 controller or an Xbox controller. But I was under the impression that it would be capable of like
Independent action.
independent doing getting
what
somewhere.
was on the video.
I thought that as well.
Because the guy's definitely not controlling the way it balances.
Do you think they just
He would just be
programmed them
going, go there or
do
go
that?
here. It's still got to do all the calculations with its sensors for the terrain, because there's no way he's
That's
controlling
right.
each of the limbs independently.
They also had
Kind
a
of
thing
like a video game.
on their
Yeah.
head that spun around really fast. What's that?
That'll be like either a LiDAR, so laser thing, which is like
I told you it was lasers.
I
It'll
thought
be
it was a
scanning
fan.
the area. So
A
that's usually
fan?
what they use, LiDAR. That's what
Things
it'll
with-
be on self-driving
Things
cars.
with batteries have problems with overheating, Jen.
And the laser gives you a really good accuracy on like what you're seeing. Like whereas a radar is a little bit more fuzzy.
Lasers. I knew it.
The reason that gave me hope was because isn't the real problem that everyone's worried about is AI getting out of control, not specifically like robots.
That shouldn't give you hope.
Right.
It would be very easy to make this thing do its own thing.
Hmm.
Because you just put a cheap GPS thing in it that
Do you-
it knows where it is. And
Do
it
you
has to
reckon
go
they're
somewhere.
waterproof?
That one doesn't look super waterproof because it has no skin on it.
It's all
Ah,
exposed.
will be
Each
good.
of the components could be, so maybe it is. But yeah, they are. You should watch their videos because they are funny. They have one of a little dog robot and it runs around a corner and they've put banana peels and it like slips over. Every single one of their videos, they have a thing where they show the capability of the robot to get back up if it
Yeah.
gets thrown over. But usually it involves them like kicking it, like they're really mean to the robots, and you just like you're watching and you kind of tense because you're like that robot is gonna get up and punch this guy in the face.
What are the robots for? Are they to go to Mars? To
Some of them, so this one with the wheels is specifically designed to be able to carry a weight behind it. So the idea is to be able to go into a war zone and pick up someone who's injured and pull them off the
like
field.
Desmond Doss in Hacksaw
Yeah,
Ridge?
a robotic Desmond Doss,
Is- are
which
they-
will give you nightmares.
Are the robots Jewish?
Wouldn't you rather robots fight each other and people not injure each other?
I think they're eunuchs.
They have that. It's on TV. It's called Robot Wars.
True.
Yeah, and it's awesome.
It's amazing.
It's gotten better.
But speaking of AI is an interesting topic. So I think the reason this is so scary is because when we think about AI, it's essentially a program, right, that becomes sentient almost.
There's no
Um,
actual definition of AI. Before you get too deep into it, there is literally no agreement
Yeah,
on
but what I'm
AI
saying is
actually
it's scary because this gives a vessel for that to live in.
that is not something we know what it
That doesn't exist yet, but if it does,
It might,
in the sense that we
depending on how you
I
define
mean, like-
it. A car can drive itself.
Ooh.
no, something that's conscious,
Yeah, that's not something you can
What's
define.
conscious though?
makes its own decisions,
The car
Which
makes
is a
its own
self-driving
decisions.
car.
Mate, my iPhone makes decisions
But-
all the time.
makes decisions that you can't override.
Yep.
Well, that's
That's
not
a
the
weird
definition
thing.
of AI. That's like saying what?
That's just a computer that you don't
That's
control.
just you could limit an AI.
No, basically, if you get in the car and you say, take me to work, and it takes you to work automatically,
Yeah,
that's not AI. If you get in the car and the car goes, I'm going to take you to this place because that's what I want to do,
yeah,
that's where it crosses the line.
yeah.
And I think these robots are scary because
So
it
for you,
gives
it's
them-
where it could probably set its own. So what they have, all these like programs, they basically have a cost benefit sort of weighting in them. So you're saying if it can set that itself,
yes,
that
If
would
it
be
has
scary.
its own agenda.
that's right. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I reckon
yeah.
if it's got arms and it can beat you up, that's the problem.
This video ended hilariously. You know how every
When he
80s
jumps?
video ends up with someone jumping and it freezes?
Yeah.
Like a freeze frame at the end? This is how this video
Amazing.
ended with it jumping out of the door and like it froze in the air.
Happy robot.
They're all actually surprisingly funny.
I'm not
My
scared
favorite
anymore.
one is the one where they're trying to prove that their robot can't be pushed over, so they keep poking it.
Yeah, the guy's with a hockey. He's got a hockey stick and he keeps knocking there's another one that's like picking up a box. It's Atlas, and he picks up the box, and then the guy just whacks it with a hockey stick, and Atlas just goes, "Oh," and then just gets back down to pick it up, and then he whacks it, and then he pushes Atlas back, and Atlas has to like recover, and then he just goes to pick it up again. The guy just keeps doing it.
These bastards, they don't deserve these robots.
It's funny because everyone in the comments is like, "You're like basically making Skynet angry.
Seriously.
You're teaching it to hate people."
Don't feel bad for them. This is where it all
Don't
starts.
teach them to. I'll teach them to love.
That video is what made me think they're not remote controlling it as well. Because the robot sees a box and it has to pick up the box.
I think you
Guy's
can
just
do.
like hitting it and
I
stuff.
think I'm guessing with these robots they can do both, so they can program it to do certain
Yeah.
things, or you can manually control.
When he had the control, it was like he was putting in commands and then it was doing it.
Ah.
So he was like, do attack mode. Not attack mode, but like...
Whoa!
Oh no.
Hello.
God, I hope they don't have attack
no, no.
mode.
Like he had a mode where the dog was like running on the spot. And
Honestly,
Oh, I
you
did
put
a
like a
dance.
gun on a gimbal on the top of it, and that thing is a killing machine.
Yeah, straight away, it's ready to go.
a machine gun on top of it.
Jeez.
A machine gun on top of a machine.
Flamethrower.
My gosh.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's enough. The world's going to end by robots.